Hi everyone, this is the introduction to the black and white unit. For this unit, you'll be self-paced, taking photographs focusing on motion, landscape, textures, portraits, and artist-inspired. For motion, the trick with motion, you want to try and capture something that is moving, as well as having other objects that are in focus. You can see with this girl, she is in focus, as well as the bars, but the background is blurry. If you think of a ceiling fan, when the blades are turning, the blades would be out of focus and blurry, but the center of the fan would be in focus. That is the idea behind capturing movement. Landscapes, go out on a walk, take some interesting compositions, look at lines and how lines guide you through the composition. Please do not take pictures as you drive along in a car. Make the everyday views look interesting and pay attention to your composition. Be creative. For your texture shots, you'll be asked to bring in objects that demonstrate texture. We'll set up our light boxes and you will use the cameras in class to take zoomed in pictures of everyday objects with texture. The trick is to try to take objects that you ordinarily see, zoom in and make them look extraordinary. You will submit 2 portraits for the black and white unit. You can take portraits of people or animals for the black and white. Please note that you can take and use some portraits from the portrait unit. However, if you turned in the portrait unit or the picture for the portrait before, you cannot submit that same picture again for the black and white. The last category is artist inspired. You're going to choose an artist from the famous photographer PowerPoint. Here I chose Dorothea Lange. I researched her pictures and found 2 or 3 pictures that I found inspiring. I could dress Eli up in his work clothes and put him in front of some old buildings, or I could have Nora pick up some of our farm cats and take some pictures with her. So my 2 photos would be inspired by these photos. Your photographer does not have to work in black and white. David Munch, if I wanted him to be my inspiration, I could go through a walk in the woods during the winter time and paying attention to shadow and light. Or maybe in this photograph, I could take some photographs inspired by the clouds in his work. For the black and white unit, you really need to make sure that you have strong contrast in all of your photographs. Contrast is the idea of opposing elements. So red versus blue, they are opposite on the color wheel. Horizontal versus vertical, they are opposites. Same with organic versus geometric. If you look at this photograph, where are some areas that you see contrast? Maybe the dark shapes of the feet contrasting with the light of the sky. The long shapes of the boats versus the short shapes of the clouds. When we take pictures for the black and white unit, you're going to make sure you take your pictures in color, and we're going to convert them in black and white on Photoshop. So here you can see when you take your pictures in color, yellow converts into white, purple converts into black. For every black and white photograph, you want to have strong blacks, strong whites, and everything in between.